Alright, so adding to a scene. Let's say I have a scene here, and what I've done is I've added a model switching technique. You know, I can go model 1, model 2, model 3, model 4. And I'm going to add a new model down here and show you how this little thing works. So it's underneath the control script, and what I did, I added some code to this. So the code is right here. Okay, from here to here, and I just keep copying pasting it down. This is the important part right here, is the first box that holds all the buttons. From there on out, let's say I have a new one right now. I have this one called Higher Res Wolf, and that's the beauty of this. There really is no kind of capped limit on polygons. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a version of this wolf that's 29K. Well, I want people to know why I put two models out there. So this is the other thing I wanted to show you, was the Gui Text. Gui Text allows you to basically go in there and say, okay, well, this is why, or this is what's going on in the scene. And you can move this around and put it in different locations. It's far easier to go up here and slide it though, than try to move it with the arrow. So Gui Text comes in here. Just by adding Gui Text, there's my Gui Text, and under here I can label whatever I need under Gui Text. To change the font size, a little bit weirder, so under fonts, what you have to do is go into fonts and change it here and then hit apply. So if I want this to say 28 or 36, I can apply that. And now any new text I put in is going to be at 36. Okay, so under here, let me get this going. And if I choose the font down below, you notice it changes. Don't want to do that, so I'm going to undo it. And let's see, which Gui Text is Gui Text? There we go. Delete. Alright, so here we are. We got a higher res version of this wolf. And if I play, you see no real difference between the high res and low res as far as how fast it's actually rotating around. It's because there's no real animations. Polygons are polygons. I mean, if you have 29,000 polygons compared to 98, polygons are polygons. Texture actually is what really slows down the machine. Okay, sure, you're going to hit a poly limit at one point. I wouldn't go over 29K for a slower connection, but that's just me. All right, now in order to add this to my scene and add it to my control script, let's say my 29K model, I'm going to have to go in here and say, well, this is the scene. And in here I have my build settings, and right now I have all these 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to add this one to my list, and it's going to give it a number 4. Now what's really nice about this is I can organize this. Let's say my wolf, if I put it here, now I don't have to reorganize my buttons very much. I just got an extra button to build. Okay, so now my higher res wolf is going to be at 1. And in the script, you'll see it's 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I want to make a new button in there, I don't have to know the actual scene name or anything like that. All I do is have to make a new button by copying that bit of text right there. So from this to this closing bracket. I then have to change this to a number to move it down physically as far as the button goes. And I will have to add a new model out there and a new scene reference. Alright, so this is what it's going to look like. There's model 5. So if I go to model, the first one, second one, And that's the idea between this. This is a normal map to 98 polygon sphere compared to a 24K polygon sphere. Very, very interesting. Now, auto starting. That was a question I got asked, and I thought that would be relevant to students too. If you want your scene to auto start, all you do is have to change your static variable to have an already 1 in there. So the integer equals 1. This will start it automatically. Also, instead of a 0, you could put a 5 here, and this is the amount it automatically goes to. So let's say I want it to rotate at a 20 degree or a 20 speed. Save, hit play, it'll start rotating at that. Then I can make it faster or slower if I need to. Or at one point stop it. Okay, I liked 5 myself. Now when you build this, what'll happen is it'll build all these scenes in correspondence to each other. If you want it so slower people on the internet can get it streamed, might be a good idea if you have too high of textures, so it'll stream the textures in. One of those things is it's what's being seen inside the camera though. So if you are already seeing it at full bore inside the camera to begin with, streaming in this instance would probably not be a good idea. Alright, so that's it. I wanted to touch base and show you some updates that I made to this, and that way everybody's on board with the current version. Alright, enjoy.